Good evening, everyone. Would you please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Here.
Councilman Dooley?
Here.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Here.
Councilwoman Marcotte? Here. Supervisor Colavita?
Here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're going to move to the approval of the minutes of the October 5th and October 19th Town Board meetings. Any proposed amendments or modifications? There being none, I'll make the motion to approve same.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Thank you. That brings us to reports of departments, boards, and commissions. Law Department report, Mr. Reda.
Yes, good evening, Supervisor and Town Board. As to the first item on my agenda, I suggest this time we table the matter so that the Board can further review the facts and circumstances of this file, and suggest perhaps putting it back on the agenda at the next meeting, which would be on November 16th.
Okay, no problem. So then we want to move on to number 2.
Yes. Number 2, I have a resolution authorizing the Town Board to engage the services of Kennedy's to serve as special counsel regarding insurance coverage, and it be further resolved that Kennedy's be compensated at the rate of $425 an hour for partners and $325 an hour for associates.
Yeah, just background on this. We have an insurance company that's insuring us on a matter, and there's a dispute regarding the coverage, and their assertion is that they're not obligated to cover the town to a certain extent. We believe that they're incorrect. So the attorneys handling it for the town suggested that we secure outside counsel to give us an opinion. So in case we have to make an application for declaratory judgment, at least we have the background and supporting material. And this firm is like the premier firm in this subject matter area, so we're very lucky to have them working with us. So I'd ask for a motion and a second, please.
I'll move it.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, next I have a resolution authorizing a settling of a recreation fee for the property located at 20 Greystone Circle, Section 83, Block 1, Lot 21 in Eastchester, in the amount of $32,500.
Yeah, just on this one, people say, what's a recreation fee? And the background is simple. The state law provides that when you do a subdivision or improve properties, that you need to set aside a certain percentage of that or an area for recreation space. So let's say you're putting up a 250 home development, you have to include some portion of that, obviously for streets and for rights of way and all, but also for parkland. But the law also provides that in the event that you are unable to provide property for parkland, in lieu of that, you can make a payment for a recreation fee that goes into the municipal government's account, and then our obligation is to improve recreation facilities in the area. Now, clearly, when you have a very mature town like Eastchester, you don't have 500 acres to do a development. This is just a single lot, so there's no place to put a park in. So what we do is we collect a recreation fee, and we generally set it at approximately 10% of the value of the new lot created. That's been our formula for quite a while. So that's the background on that, and this is for $32,500, and I'd be happy to move this and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye. Next, we have the town clerk's report.
I have a...
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
More
I'm
items, sorry.
Excuse me.
Yes, next I have a resolution authorizing a settlement of a certiorari proceeding instituted by 214 Main Street Realty Corp., affecting the premises known as Section 68, Block 2, Lot 1, 214 Main Street in Eastchester, and the assessment years on this property are 2016 through 2020, and the tax years 2017 through 2021, and the total town tax refund on this property is $1,680.73.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita?
Aye.
Okay, and last, I have a resolution authorizing a settlement of a certiorari proceeding instituted by 1 Elm Street Associates, LLC, affecting the premises known as Section 32, Block 3, Lot 2.1A, 1 Elm Street in Eastchester, assessed years on this property 2018 through 2020, tax years 2019 through 2021, and the total town tax refund on this property is $2,921.18.
All right, so moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye.
And that completes my report.
Thank you. Now we have the town clerk's report. We can receive and file for September of 2021. Anything further or other?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention the day after a election here in Eastchester that went very well, even though it was an off year. We had a huge turnout. Our early voting worked very, very well, and yesterday went well. And I want to extend my congratulations to Councilwoman Nicholson, Councilman Marcoccia, Supervisor Colavita on your re-election, very decisive re-election. I think it's indicative of the good job that you've done and the vision you have for the town. Today, when I was in the office, it occurred to me that we had a list of the 43 people who have served as supervisor since the early 1830s that we put together for Eastchester 350. And I thought, oh, with the supervisor getting 2 more years, this is going to put him up there as one of the longest-serving supervisors. So I dug it out. Do you know what I'm going to say, Tony?
I think I do, but go ahead.
Okay. So of the 43 people who have served as supervisor, Francis X. O'Rourke, who was Frank O'Rourke to people who knew him,
a great
served
man.
great man, served for 16 years and 9 months. And Anthony S. Colavita has now served for 16 years and 11 months. So you are already the longest-serving supervisor in the history of the town. Congratulations. And I know that in January at the reorg meeting, you're going to have a long list, to-do list, for the next 2 years.
That's right.
And then who knows beyond that. So congratulations on your reelection.
Thank you.
On the successful 16 years and 11 months that you've had, and for being the longest-serving supervisor.
Yeah, it's strange how Frank O'Rourke became very ill, and then he passed the baton to my father, who had it for 10 years and did a magnificent job. So when the book came out of the wilderness, in the back of the book, there's a listing of the dates and times. So in typical Colavita humor, my father said to me, he goes, oh, look, you're in here. And so it says 2004 ... So he said, your problem is, he goes, people may think you were a jerk and you only lasted 1 term. They won't know that you were the longest tenured guy the whole time.
Except there's going to be an Eastchester 400.
Okay, there you go. So
And
the record will be clarified.
You will be prominent in that, okay?
But of course, as father to son humor. But anyway, thank you very much for those kind words. Appreciate it. Okay, so now we have our correspondence agenda. We have a memorandum from the assessor on a tax refund application for 71 Maple Street. And very simply, the enhanced star exemption was approved, but it was entered as a basic star. So therefore, the tax bill for 21-22 was incorrect, and they have to get a reimbursement of $1,832, which I would move and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Great. Please call the roll.
Councilman Marcoccia.
Aye.
Councilman Dooley.
Aye.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte.
Aye.
Supervisor Colavita.
Aye. Okay, there being no miscellaneous business, we have council member reports. Councilman Marcoccia.
Thank you, Supervisor. I just wanted to mention one thing here. The Village of Tuckahoe is sponsoring a pop-up COVID vaccine clinic on Friday, November 5th at the Tuckahoe Community Center. The times are 5:30 to 6:30 for someone interested in the Pfizer vaccine, and 6:30 to 7:30 if you're interested in the Moderna vaccine. And you can contact the Tuckahoe Community Center if you'd like to make an appointment. And then I, too, would like to thank all of the residents for having reelected me. It's humbling. I'm very honored by it, and I will do my absolute best to work along with this board to do the best we can on behalf of all of our residents. I also want to congratulate our supervisor, Tony Colavita, and Theresa Nicholson for also being victorious in yesterday's election. We live in the greatest town, and I can't be more honored to be, just a small part of that. We take our direction from our residents. We do our very best to keep our services high. We do our very best to keep taxes at a minimum. And if you look around, one good example is Lake Isle. We've invested so much time and energy and money there to make it one of the premier golf courses, tennis facilities, country clubs, publicly owned in at least the entire county, if not the state. So I just wanted one more time to, thank everybody. I also know that Anthony Giacobbe and David Marr are in a very close election there. That race for county legislator has not been determined yet, but I guess we'll see once the absentees are open what happens there. But once again, thank you, and look forward to serving one more term. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Dooley.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd also like to congratulate Theresa, Tony, and Luigi on your victories. They're a decisive victory, and I look forward to working with you all going forward. So I'm, just excited about all the things that we've started, and look forward to continuing the great work that we've been doing. So look forward to that. I'd also like to thank Linda and the clerk's office for all their work in this past election. I know they were in there all day yesterday, just making sure everything went smoothly. And thanks to all the poll workers out there. I know it was a long day for all you guys, and appreciate your service there. So that concludes my report.
Councilwoman Nicholson.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. I too would like to thank the community of Eastchester, Bronxville, Tuckahoe for giving me another 4 years. I am looking forward to serving each one of you for all these 4 years coming. And also, I would like to note this past weekend we had a spectacular Wilmot Manor Civic Association Halloween party. It was probably one of our biggest. We held it outside at Cooper Vaccaro Park. And I'm really looking forward to our next round of holidays coming up, Thanksgiving and tree lighting and all the other fun activities. And that is all I have. And, oh, one more thing, and I want to thank, too, Luigi and Supervisor Tony on that being part of the winning last night. It was really a special time. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Marcotte.
Thank you, Supervisor. November is a very busy month in the town, especially in the village of Bronxville, so I just had some Bronxville updates. But at first I wanted to start, and I hope the residents will join us on Veterans Day, which of course is November 11th at the Eastchester Veterans Monument Park. Of course, the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour. And if you're not working that day, I hope you will stop by, maybe bring the kids. It's a wonderful ceremony. It's a tremendous tribute to our veterans who have given so much for all of us so we can have elections and all the things that we are able to do in this great nation. November 13th at the Reformed Church in Bronxville is their annual clothing and tag sale. That's from 9 to 2, and the entrance is on the corner of Midland and Craft Avenue. November 6th, which is a Saturday, the Green Committee is having their Take Back Day from 10 to 1. The shredder will be on hand, and that is a day that you can bring by your e-waste and other recyclable items. And for everybody in the town and everywhere, on the 27th is Small Business Saturday as we gear up for the holidays. Just a reminder to shop local, eat local, and just help out all of our local merchants on that Small Business Saturday. Also wanted to mention, I don't want to jinx anything here, but winter will be right around the corner, so I thought this was a good time to just give a plug to the Snow Angels, because I know all of our phones will be ringing off the hook, people looking for someone to help shovel their pathway or their walkway, so EMS and emergency people can get to them, and food can be delivered, and all of those great services that we have here in the town. So if you are someone in need of that service, you could contact any one of the members here, or send an email to tuckahoesnowangels@yahoo.com. Or if you would like to volunteer, and we need plenty of those people throughout the two villages and the town. I hope we can hear from you, because it is a great service that a lot of people rely on. And I too would like to congratulate my coworkers in government. You all do excellent work, and you work so incredibly hard, and you really have such a tremendous love for this town. So Theresa and Luigi and Supervisor Colavita, congratulations to you. I think it was acknowledged last night, and it was widely approved by many. I also would like to congratulate County Legislator-elect James Nolan, who was elected last night to serve a part of Yonkers as well as the village of Bronxville. So we look forward to working with him. And that concludes my report, Supervisor.
Thank you. My own report, I have handed a copy of the 2022 tentative budget to the board members, and I had promised that we would be at a 0% tax increase for the the town outside tax rate increase, and we have delivered. The total budget for 2022 is $36,685,056. Those living in the town-wide area, meaning the area that is the village of Bronxville and the village of Tuckahoe, okay, that includes the entire area, their budget will generate a 0.51% increase in the tax rate. 0.51, meaning a 0.5% increase. So the average house in Bronxville will be paying $4.16 more for the entire year, or 35 cents a month for the same services we deliver to them every single day. And the average house in Tuckahoe will pay $1.37 for the entire year. That's 11 cents a month. So that 0.5% is a very good rate for our town-wide budget. It has virtually no impact to anyone in the town-wide area. Regarding the town outside, that will have a 0% tax rate increase. There will be no increase at all in the tax rate for the town outside, okay? And that obviously means everything will remain flat. We will still continue to deliver our high level of services, all of the programming, everything will be the same, all delivered without a tax increase. The budget also utilizes $3,160,000 of fund balance, which is the same as it was in 2021. So we have not, dipped into our savings account more than we normally have. Our health insurance premiums will increase by 4%. That's what our estimate is. There has been no liability policy increase, none at this juncture. Also, the 2022-23 pension contribution is estimated to be $2.36 million. That is down slightly from the last few years, and that's, of course, the future pension we have to pay come December. When I first became supervisor, it was actually, I think it was $106,000, and then went up into the $3 million, and now it's down a little bit to $2.3 million. Also, the Office of the State Controller reviews the town's fiscal stress on an annual basis, and the town of Eastchester continues to be in the what they call the no designation or top 3% category, top 3% of fiscal rating. Moody's has again reaffirmed our AAA rating, which is the highest rating you can get, so that translates into lower interest rates. Lower interest rates mean we can do more for the people of Eastchester, Tuckahoe, and Bronxville. Our last TAN, our tax anticipation note, we were paying 0.24%, less than 0.25% interest, which means, we're doing real well as far as our interest obligations are concerned. So that is the budget. It is, goes from tentative to preliminary very quickly, where we will have, a budget hearing. We will have budget workshops. We have already tried to schedule some meetings with the Lake Isle Advisory Board on what we're going to do at Lake Isle. That's always a meeting or two. It's a very lively budget hearing because everybody wants to, keep improving the place, and we've got to manage all the different needs there. But that'll be occurring as well, and of course there'll be notice for all of those meetings. We hope to get the budget adopted by December 20th. Lastly, I too want to thank the people of Eastchester, Tuckahoe, and Bronxville for placing me in their confidence and placing, giving me trust and support in returning me to this chair I sit in now. We ran a very positive and factually accurate campaign. Normally I don't comment about my opponent's campaign, but in this particular case, I must tell you, I was very disappointed. It was divisive, perjurious, and very negative. But the people of Eastchester kind of saw through all of that, and fortunately, Eastchester voters knew exactly what was happening and soundly rejected that message by a tremendous margin. And notwithstanding all of that, everybody that's on this town board is going to continue to work hard for the people of Eastchester, and I mean all people of Eastchester, from every square inch of this town. We're going to do the best we can to keep Eastchester affordable, to keep it safe, to keep it the great place that it is to live, to work, to raise your family. That's what we'll be doing, always making Eastchester better together with the help of our fellow residents. So that was my report. At this point, we have the opportunity to address the board. Okay, there being none, someone care to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you.